All right, Antonio, I hope I don't have any problems with the fucking video. I had one girl I had to do a reading. It was in 4 separate parts. Oh, it was so irritating. And don't mind my fingers, I was eating hot Cheetos, so. But let's go ahead and see what your cards say. Universe, can I please get some cards for Antonio's situation and his special person? Let's see, where does the energy need to be at? Alright, that's it, that's all. Let's put them out. Let's see what we get. The 5 of Cups is the overall energy. Okay, look, I don't really read reversals, but for this reading, I'm going to try. Because I don't know why, but so many cards came out in reverse. I want to focus on that, okay? So, what I get right out the gate, this is your, okay. Second, alarm just went off. I don't know if it's going to interrupt my shit. Hopefully it's still going. Okay, so past, present, future down at the bottom. So what I'm getting is that this Hierophant here, that's a higher level commitment with you and your person, okay? This is a higher level commitment. It was a very significant relationship, meaning that it was meant to either, most relationships teach us lessons, okay? So, with the Hierophant also, like, it makes sense that this is the one. I want to say this is the one that is making you seek things on a deeper, like, you're looking past someone's outer appearance. You know there's so much more to a relationship and to make it healthy. The Hierophant is like spiritually wise. You know now that a spiritual connection is essential to having a good relationship. Okay? You can only meet someone as far as they met themselves. Strength. I feel like this relationship has been very difficult for you, and it's been quite a roller coaster ride, but it's made you stronger. The Sun is in reverse. I feel like for a moment there you may have lost yourself, maybe when the initial relationship ended, because nobody wants to give up on something, to fail at something, to say it didn't work out, you know? Especially when you had the best intentions and it still goes wrong. So I feel like that's where the Sun reverse comes in, because you're unhappy about it. But this is good right here. The 3 of Swords in reverse, it's that heartbreak. You're coming out of that now. Yes, you were broken hearted, but I feel like you're accepting it as a way to mature. You're really growing from this. You're seeing the difference in your vibrations. I respect you when you talk about that, because like you said, she might be a negative fucking vibration, and then what? And then you guys are just like magnets pushing against each other. You don't vibrate together. You don't click. You guys don't have enough in common. Like, you understand that there's more than the physical aspects of a relationship. Like, that initial attraction and the good start of the relationship doesn't mean that you can maintain long term, okay? Mistakes were made. You acknowledge that. I fully respect it. I feel like you're coming out of it. And the 6 of Pentacles, you're trying to balance the scales. You're trying to figure out the good and the bad. It's kind of like taking a chalkboard and writing the pros and cons of the relationship. And you're seeing that there was a lot of things that were wrong in the relationship. You felt like there were key points and things that you believed in and things that were important to you that she did not think about. She didn't consider. I feel like you think she was selfish. Okay? the religion was a big factor. I feel like you realize that the relationship didn't have the equal give and take. The King of Swords, this is amazing energy too, because this is you coming out of that controlling, egotistical energy. I'm not saying that you're like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but you had like an angry energy towards her. And I feel like you're coming out of that now. There's no anger there. There's no anger. You're mad that your efforts were not enough and that shit went left. Like you said, you were trying to be her whole package. And she puts you to the side. She didn't appreciate that. And with the Six of Pentacles, I'm feeling that she didn't appreciate it. She didn't, like, all your efforts really were going unnoticed. To her, it seemed like it was just a bare minimum. But for you, you were actually putting in work for this woman. Women don't understand that when a man commits and invests and faithful, like, that's work. Relationships are hard. Like you said, you can focus on yourself because relationships can be a distraction. And not always in a bad way. For the right woman, it's a great thing. But for somebody who does not see your worth and your potential, you're pouring into an empty fucking well. A well that has run its dry. It's ran its course. It can't go nowhere. Because of the mistakes that were made in the relationship, holding you against everything, being held against you. You can't move forward. So I feel like you're coming out of this desperation. Not desperation, but like, that's the wrong word, because you're not desperate for her. But that initial sting of the heartbreak and wanting to salvage something and wanting to like maintain the relationship. Like I said, it's hard when a relationship fails and it's a blow to the ego, because it's like, I'm amazing. Why fuck isn't, like, why does this person not see that? Okay. And I feel like the whole reading, it's very humbling and it's bittersweet, because accepting the things that you cannot change and realizing that these cups have spilled and there ain't no fucking filling them back up. The loss is there. It's happened. And right underneath it, I have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this is in the way of your stepping ladder to your fulfillment. So there's a pivotal lesson I think you're learning about connections and vibrational attachments and spiritual connections. So much deeper than sex and physicality. Yes, you're a man, I'm a woman, we know sex is important. But sex means nothing if it doesn't have these deeper, meaningful components to it. And I feel like you've learned a very pivotal lesson, because with this girl, you gave in, and although there was problems in the relationship, you really were willing and let her know, I choose you, I want you. This is, and then to have her feel not the same way is a humbling experience. But understanding that there are things that are different about the two of you fundamentally, energetically, and as your culture and everything, that can impede on the relationship. I don't even know if that's the fucking right word, but you know, impede, impede, in whatever, like work against you, okay? And I feel like it's bittersweet, it's humbling, but at the same time, it's in reverse. You're coming out of it. It's more of an accepting energy. Understanding, like, loving and appreciating the relationship for what it was, and being sad that it didn't turn out the way you wanted, but not necessarily going back to change things, or not necessarily knowing if you did go back to change things, if it would even matter. The World in reverse. I feel like your next cycle with the Magician in reverse and the Hermit, this is all very important. They're all in reverse, and these are all big player cards. Everything is on hold. For your love life, you are on, quite literally, you're on pause because you're going through this elevation. The Hermit, you see he's got the light bulb and the lantern. He's looking from above, taking a different perspective, looking down on your situation. Once you can emotionally detach, You can see things much more clearly. Okay? The Magician, manifesting that 10 of Pentacles, that fulfillment, that quality relationship that you're looking for, things that are important. The world, this new cycle, it's all paused because you're still in this energy. I do feel like you're releasing this relationship. I don't feel like you're going to be together. It goes back to the very first reading I did for you. It's about empowering you, understanding the differences in each other, and accepting the fact that it is just not going to work. And knowing now, like you said something that was so important to me earlier, you said choosing to be alone so that when you do come in contact with people of the same vibration, you're going to be able to tell. You're going to be able to know what you're looking for, know what you want, be in a better, like you take off the rose-colored glasses. You can see things clearly. You're looking for compatibility, and you got to look past the skin suit. You have to be attracted to someone, but you have to look deeper. And I think this relationship, because you said she was very beautiful, very attractive. Sometimes women that are very attractive be a little egotistical too. So I don't know if she was, but you might have been blindsided a little bit, and the looks might have downplayed what you are willing to put up with, or what a compatibility for you. But after the butterflies go away and the relationship moves past that initial phase, you have to put in work to maintain a healthy, loving relationship. And looks just don't cut it, okay? They just don't. So I do believe you're purging this relationship. It's taking you a long time. I'm going completely against what your sister says. Because I think that you guys had a really higher level commitment with the Hierophant here. But I feel like you graduated and maybe she didn't. And maybe you realize where she is. Now I'm not going to say beneath you, but where you guys are just not different. You're different. And that's okay. I know, like, I hope you don't want her to come crawling into you, because I don't see that happening either. I do not see it. Okay, so the strength, ultimately the strength is coming from this hangman, this standstill, this pause in your, like, you guys were so stubborn and not talking to one another. Like, neither one of you, both of y'all stopped communication. But deep down, I don't think that was necessarily what you wanted. It was kind of like what had to happen. But while you're in this hangman position, there's a lot of anger and resentment and going over the relationship. And you found that strength from within you to see things differently, more clearly. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like it took a while. It's been a slow process. But I feel like you have a lot more insight, because you're like, okay, if I want this amazing, feminine, beautiful woman, then I need to be an amazing, masculine, powerful provider. And you're working on yourself. I applaud you for that. I don't want you to be misogynistic, though. I want you to treat women like a delicate flower, always. Always. Be emotionally, men are not as emotionally in tune, but be emotionally considerate, okay? Because women, we carry the weight of the world sometimes, the weight of emotion of the world. Y'all carry the infrastructure and building and providing and safety, but we carry the shit, you know? Oh, wow. Yes. Look at this. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Higher level commitment that brought, like, look, Knight of Swords. You're fighting this dragon, this demon. It's like a beast from within. Knowing that this girl checked all your boxes, but having to look past that because it still wasn't the depth of the connection that you're looking for and having to be honest with yourself goes against what you were feeling for her physically. Like, you had a beast of passion for this girl, okay? And it's hard because it's like, man, I want her so bad, but I'm settling when it comes to the emotional part. It's crazy. Nine of Swords, really stressing about this. I feel like your soul is smacking you upside the head. Nine of Swords represents the dreams, haunting you. But, like, I don't know. I feel like you desire her. But you also mentioned that you want her to change. You want her to grow. You want her to learn. And you don't know if she's working on herself or not. But you are. So now, if you guys were to meet up, like, there's no such thing as starting over because you have history, right? But I'm in contact from an ex from when I was 16, and he's like in love with me, wants me so bad, and I'm like, no, I don't have the same feelings for you. I friend zoned you, and this ain't my divine masculine. This is somebody else, but no, I don't feel like that anymore for him. And I understand that we're really good friends, but we're not compatible. And that's a hard thing to do because sometimes commitment and comfort are easy go-to. So, like, this man is like, I love you forever. And I like that security, but I'm still not willing to jeopardize that emotional connection just for that stability. And I don't want you to jeopardize your emotional connection for sex and a stable girl, okay? I want you to dig deeper. Dig deeper to get to know yourself and what you really desire and, like, what emotionally is important to you. Like, you want to have someone you can talk to, someone you can connect with. You're looking for something deeper. If not, you should be, okay? 10 of Wands. There's a lot of burden when it comes to this because it goes against that fucking your desires for her. You have so much passion for her. It's like a love-hate relationship. Really, I think it's like you can't stand that you want her so bad. Like, I hate that I want you. I hate it. It's okay to want someone and to never be with them again and to realize that you're not compatible. And I feel like you are getting to that point. Like, she's never gonna replace you, and you'll never replace her either. You're learning from it, and if you've elevated your vibration, God is about to introduce someone with a higher vibration. But be careful because, like, if you just go out there and be promiscuous, you can run into a whole bunch of people that God are not intended. So, that's why I like that you're not really entertaining women at this time because it gives you time to focus on yourself. I really appreciate that. The Sun in reverse. Clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Holding on to this relationship, holding on to control, holding on to the expectations of shoulda, woulda, coulda. All of that led to the unhappiness about the ending of this relationship. And you still have a lot of regrets to this for this relationship. But the Three of Cups, I feel like you're moving on to that energy and you are ready to start mingling. If not, you will be. Because this is past energy, or you have, like, while still holding on to the hope of the past relationship, started to mingle, but that is not good because you have intentions of your past, so you can't give it fully to your future. That's why you need to make sure where your energy is. That's like me right now. It would be selfish of me to date anyone because I'm still fucked up about my past. Although I've come to the conclusion I don't want my husband back, I still am really fucked up from what happened and I'm not really ready for a relationship. So I acknowledge that. So I feel like you're, um, if you haven't acknowledged it yet, you are. And I believe you are, because you said you're not dating right now because um, you're focused on yourself. And like you really care about this girl. So you're not going to be able to invest in another person fully right now because energetically you're still tied here. It's like you have to be patient with yourself. Page of Wands, I feel like you know that a physical connection is not going to feed your soul. It's like putting a band-aid on a bullet hole. So that's why you're protecting your energy. And you're looking, if you are gonna run into people, like if you happen to meet someone, I feel like you give them a chance. But you're more hyper aware of the connection and like differences and stuff like that, which is going to help you moving forward. You're looking for a meaningful connection. I think that's amazing. And understanding that your past person, where it went wrong, why it wouldn't work, or why it didn't work, you know? Wow. Okay, here we go. So the Three of Hearts. Coming out of that heartbreaking energy and sick of the fighting. Five of Swords, you're ready to drop the fight. You're stop fighting for this girl. You're like, okay, I'm done with this, but I'm not ready for something new. So I'm just like, you're staying in that energy of, okay, I processed this relationship. I'm working on myself, but you're not really going to dive into anything new. But open to new. I think you are open to new. Like if someone were to come along that piqued your interest, but I don't think you've had that yet. Ace of Swords. I feel like this is a truth within yourself, and an understanding of why this is transpiring the way it is, and why the relationship and where it's not compatible. Where you're not compatible. That is a hard truth to say. You know what? Maybe this person was not bringing the best out of me. Maybe this person isn't capable of giving me what I want and need in a relationship. Because why? Because culturally, you guys are different. Okay? Queen of Cups, you're looking for somebody that's more emotionally available and really looking for an old-fashioned relationship. Make sure you let these people know, new people that you're meeting, make sure you let them know, like, hey, I'm looking for a more traditional relationship. And I see a Queen of Cups in here. So I do feel like you're going to be meeting someone. And I feel like you have lots of options. So it's kind of like when you decide to move forward, you will move forward. And I feel like you're going to be able to do it relatively easy. But that doesn't mean everybody you come in contact with is going to be like well suited for what you're looking for. Okay, now as far as the girl, look, this breadcrumbing, Six of Pentacles. Still, it's not equal give and take. She's focusing on her money and finances right now. And she's thinking about this. She's going through a lot of the same things. She's got the world in her hands. She's thinking about what she wants her future. I think she's dealing with a lot of what she has to offer. I don't want to like overstep here, but people that are like Muslim or Middle East or whatever, women are very oppressed. And I feel like when this Pentacle, she's holding on to her livelihood and what she has. Maybe that's why it was hard for her to relinquish control, because she comes from such a dominating culture, you know. But yeah, I don't feel like Six of Pentacles, I don't feel like neither one of you are willing to give to this relationship equal give and take. Like, willing to, okay, let's talk about what we need to talk, bury it, let's start over. I don't feel like I feel like it's uneven energy on both your parts. Six of Pentacles, that's breadcrumbing. You're still connected because you're having dreams about this person and you have a past, so you're still connected, but you're coming to terms with the conclusion that it didn't work and you guys might not work because of the things that have already happened. Okay? You can't, that's the problem. You have to learn from your mistakes because you cannot change them. You have to accept it because you can't turn the clock back. And, like, you guys both did shit. Like, she isn't innocent either. Oh, okay. So here's that King of Swords energy, right? You are getting out of this negative energy. It's in reverse. You're trying to take accountability, and that's, I hope I'm good for that, to call you out or make you think about things differently. The devil energy. You're not investing into just random chicks. Like, you, I think, are learning a lot. You're looking deeper, which is so hard for a man to do, but that's how real growth happens. And you know, jumping from girl to girl, it's toxic. It's not gonna, like, it's not gonna fill the void. They're not gonna be hurt, right? So until you come to the conclusion, about this relationship and actually move forward looking for something more consistent and in-depth, you can't just jump from girl to girl. It's not going to fulfill you, especially when you know deep down you're doing the wrong thing. Okay? Six of Swords, again, you're still detaching from this. Energetically, you're still connected, and you have people like your sister telling you she's coming in, which will do nothing but give you false hope. I want you to, regardless of the conclusion, regardless if she calls you, regardless, whatever, I want you to understand and know what you're going to do. What would you do if she called? Would you take her back? If you would, why would you take her back? What would make you want to work on things with her? These are questions you have to ask yourself because I don't know. For me, I've asked myself those questions, and, like, I'm not taking mine back. He can come and beg on his fucking hands and knees, and I will never let him back in. He can never have me again. I've made that decision. So, am I ready to move forward in another relationship? No. But I've made the decision of releasing my past, okay? You're on your way out. Six of Swords. You are, again, still trying to detach. It's not easy. It's not. Especially when, you know, it is such a meaningful connection for you. The Sun, again, was in reverse. So I feel like that's that pain. That's that regret. Upset that it didn't work out. It's okay. Like, it's okay to be upset that it didn't work out and still understand that maybe it was for the best. Okay? I feel like you said you're releasing it. I think that that's good. Listen to your intuition. I mean, I hope I can help you, but deep down, listen to what you feel like God is guiding you to do. Now, you're still dreaming about this girl. You're still thinking about her, reminiscing. If you still are ready to fight for this relationship, then you need to make a way to do that. And you need to do that. If she's that important to you, you need to fight for her. Okay? But because they're so, like, again, Six of Pentacles, you're not ready. I don't know if you're ready. I really pray that you're not out here fucking around, though, with random girls. Because how are you going to do any healing? That's just ignoring the connection. Like, what would God do? What would God do? You know? I feel like everything's on pause, though. Your future stuff. Look, again, the oh my. Yeah, look at this. The Magician is in reverse again. Two of Cups and Five of Pentacles. You're manifesting this Two of Cups, this relationship. But it's in reverse. Your manifestation's in reverse and on pause because of this Five of Pentacles. Because of, you're still in the process of accepting that it's over. Accepting that, like, it didn't work out. And although you had the best intentions, sometimes you can have the best intentions and do the best job and still fall short, you know? I feel like that feeling of being abandoned is it's hard. It's hard. Because you can say, like, it's over, but deep down inside, you don't want it to be over. You know? You don't. You're like, damn. It's humbling. It's like, fuck, why couldn't it just work out? I loved you. Damn, why couldn't you just, go the extra mile for me? Sometimes people will come into your life to show you that you need to go the extra mile for yourself. Wow. Again, look, like the magician manifesting. You've been going through an awakening probably for the last year. The Death card is here, the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like the job and the shifting, you working on your new career. Again, the Ace of Pentacles is here. Financial independence. I feel like the universe is going to take care of you. Tower, Death. But I feel like you are going through some transformation stuff. When? I don't know. I didn't really talk to you much about your job and when that's going to change. But new job, new people, working from home could be a good thing, but at the same time, it can be incredibly a bad thing. Because I was off of work for 6 months and I was on unemployment, so I was still getting good money, but I was so lonely. So, Death. I see something happening, something ending, the Tower, and it's all on top of your manifestation. So, like, you're not done. Some stuff is still happening. We're never done learning and growing, okay? But this Two of Cups, that's the happy relationship. That's the world is in reverse. This is a new cycle with a new person, right? And the Magician again in reverse. For me, it's saying, like, there's definitely a new person, but not now. It ain't now because you're still going through the Tower and the Death. So I think the Tower and Death is metaphorical. It's coming to terms with it. Acceptance. Once you really come to terms with it and realize that it's done, you can accept it. And that's when you can actually energetically move forward, which is what I don't think has happened yet. But the Hermit is here. You're doing the work. You're being honest with yourself about the relationship and about the part it played. Wow. Okay, here we go. The Nine of Pentacles. That's you focusing on yourself. That independence. Remember, I was talking about it. You're in a hermit mode and you are trying to elevate and see things differently and be the best version of yourself. Because if you're not the best version of yourself, you can't bring in the best version, your partner. Four of Swords. You're healing from this pain. You're continuing to heal and you're detaching, which I recommend you do. King of Cups. You detach, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, so that you can find somebody more energetically aligned with you. And now you'll be able to start this relationship and you'll know the questions you need to ask and things you need to hyper focus and be aware of that are important to you, such as traditional marriage roles, masculine, feminine, their views on that, society impacts on the relationship. All these things are incredibly important, and now you know that, and now you can make those are amazing conversations. I'm telling you, you start having conversations with women on dates about this shit, you're gonna blow some women away because they just don't expect that from men. You're really leveling up here, and I want you to be proud of yourself. Okay. You got this. Keep moving forward. And I would take what your sister says with a grain of salt. Don't be so focused on them coming back. Instead, focus on what you're doing and how you're elevating, how you're growing, and what you're doing to be the best version of yourself. What would God want from you? What would God want you to do? So that's what I got. I hope this helped you. I'm always trying to uplift you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself. Look, Queen and King of Cups though. And the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like, and the Two of Cups. Dude, I see you working by being the best version of yourself you're going to bring in somebody, or you're not even bring in somebody, you're just not going to settle for less than what you know. You're going to find somebody on that wants the same things as you. And I don't feel like you're going to settle with anything less. So it's exciting because you're going through a lot of, you're leveling up. So congratulations. Keep up the good work.